The 2024 Summer Olympics are almost here, and as the athletes get ready to descend onto Paris, you can be sure that there is one common thing in mind: gold. Today, we highlight veteran wheelchair basketball player Trayvon Jenifer as he chases history.
Watch the post, Nate. The biggest driving force for me is being the best at what I do.
And celebrate hip-hop's debut on the Olympic stage through the artful sport of breaking.
It's evolved. The moves are better, bigger, stronger.
I think breaking is an incredible addition to the Olympics in that we get to show the world what we do.
We have your ones to watch right now.
It was a war zone. Even Bronx River, they used to call this Little Vietnam. You had a gang in every building.
You had to live it. You had to be there.
Landlords torching buildings for the insurance. Politicians didn't give a damn about us. So when you think about all the dirt and the rubble, hip-hop was a way to raise your hand through all that rubble and say, hey, look at me. I got talent. I could draw, I could rap, I could play music, I could dance.
As the pillars of hip-hop were being built at Bronx River projects, a new type of dance was born.
What the world fell in love with was not hip-hop culture, was b-boy culture.
You couldn't go to a street jam or to a party and not see b-boys.
That movement would eventually be known as breaking, a dynamic form of dancing that takes athletic prowess to a whole new level.
It's your style versus my style, like a martial arts approach.
And this craze continues to wow spectators 50 years after its inception.
It's evolved. The moves are better, bigger, stronger.
Because breaking has evolved so much, there's a lot of different ways to break down the dance.
Now it will make its Olympic debut during the 2024 Paris Games. And representing for the U.S. are breakers Victor Montalvo.
I'm just so excited for breaking to be part of the Olympics.
And Sonny Choi.
I think breaking is an incredible addition to the Olympics.
USA in the house!
In that we get to show the world what we do.
But before becoming an international phenomenon, it all started out in the parks.
We were just kids. You're talking about 12, 13, 14-year-old kids going to different neighborhoods, different boroughs. It wasn't safe. The music is what fired us. The music is what drove us.
When I started getting into the scene in 1979, the latest fashion at that time was this movement, this dance that didn't have a name really.
I'm with the third generation of b-boys, 82, 83. And we were more inspired with the media coverage. We seen it on TV every day.
Eventually, we became more professional, where we were able to travel around the world, do all type of movies and television shows. It was a part of my life that I'll never forget. Having a gymnastics background, I knew it had to evolve into a sport. I mean, it's a lot of agility and intense training.
Now, these kids are doing things that we have never witnessed.
Amazing power moves, death-defying acts. It's obviously a dance. It's a culture. There's history behind it. There's meaning. There's significance behind the movement. But there is a sporting element to it.
We created the sport. When we started throwing our own events and started using a tournament-style bracket system.
The New York City Breakers come back in the 90s and we create events. And we get together all the time for Battle of the Boroughs.
We had the Silverback Open Championships here in Philadelphia.
Then you had Rocksteady crew making events. You had Cross One doing the freestyle session.
Once we saw that format and we were able to go and approach sponsors and then look to like the future of what we could actually do with this, that's when the conversation of the Olympics first started to hit the tables.
When they first announced it, I actually thought it was a joke. I honestly wasn't sure if breakers could get like an international infrastructure together in such a short period of time to be able to like create this Olympic movement.
In order for breaking to be integrated into the Olympic Games, it had to go through an international federation, and breakers didn't have anything in place. The WDSF had been trying to get ballroom dance integrated into the Olympics for some time. They were unsuccessful with that, so breaking came in under ballroom and got pushed into the Games.
And for Sunny Choi of Cookeville, Tennessee, it is a second chance at a childhood dream.
A lot of B-boys, people don't use the modifier B-boy before their name, but for some reason for B-girls they do. So I just go by Sunny, although I see it all the time. They'll say B-girl Sunny, and I'm like, it's fine. I started gymnastics when I was 3 because I saw the Olympics and I wanted to win gold. My whole teenage years were defined by gymnastics. I signed with a collegiate team, and then before I got to college, I blew out my knee, so I ended up quitting. I went to Penn. I applied to Wharton, the business school. Freshman year, I was walking around. There were some people dancing on campus, and I stopped to watch, and then they were like, oh, you should come take a class. So I was like, all right, fine. So I showed up, took the class, stayed after, tried some breaking, and then I was like, oh, this is fun.
Sunny used to live in Philly for some time, and I've seen her roast people. I've seen her take people out.
Coming from a gymnastics background definitely helps. And you can tell, you know, because she has all these difficult moves.
When I look at Sunny, I see a tactician. I know her to be very regimented, very structured, and it translates into her dance. Everything is concise, placed where it needs to be. She has a method to her madness.
I'm a numbers girl. I'm pretty analytical. I'm very like, this is how life needs to be.
And when it was announced that breaking would be in the Olympics, Sunny had a life-changing choice to make.
I never really pursued a passion because I was scared of failing. And then one day I was just like sitting there crying and I was like, I can't do this to myself again. This really was a childhood dream. That's when I decided I was gonna quit my job, go for the Olympics. I was never really happy in corporate, but I kept that job so that I could make money so that I could hopefully have a house and a family. So to give all that work up to then be like, all right, I'm just gonna go break full time. I think that that was really challenging for me. A lot of interviews, a lot of media, everyone was just like, Sunny's gonna be one of the women that make it. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do that.
She would go on to win silver at the 2022 World Games and gold at the 2023 Pan American Games, qualifying her for the Olympics.
Since then, I mean, everything's changed. If I were to win a gold medal, I would take it, but that is not my final goal. I really just want to represent for myself, for my family, for hip hop.
I'm really excited to see Sunny's journey. I've known Sunny for over 10 years, from the first time she came to our practice in Queens, and I've seen her evolve as a dancer, as a person.
Sunny is definitely one of the top B-girls in the planet, and I think you're gonna see that when they go out there and compete.
And repping for the B-Boys is the kid from Florida.
My name is Victor Montalvo, born in Orlando, raised in Kissimmee, Florida, and I break.
Victor is a phenom. He's like a ninja. His style defines B-boy to me.
You can't even put into words what Victor is, honestly. Like, Victor is like top tier, cream of the crop.
I won most of the worldwide events. I won Undisputed, Red Bull, BC1 World Finals twice.
He wins a lot.
I won like from the regionals to the nationals to then the world finals.
He's been going his whole career with a target on his back.
What else did I win? Culture Shock.
And to stay at the top despite that is like pretty incredible.
Yeah, and that's about it. I was introduced to breaking at the age of 6 and because of my dad and his twin brothers. They were breakers back in Mexico in the early 1980s. It came natural to me because I was in love with this dance, this art form. It wasn't for the money, it wasn't for the competitions, it was just to innovate and to bring my own creativity. I started getting into it competitively about 3 years into my breaking career. I was losing a lot, but I was learning from those losses, like little by little, and I got to understand the formula on how to win events.
He has the fire, he has the passion. He is a real B-boy at heart.
People always ask what country is a threat to the US, and I'm just like, bro, we've got Vic. I don't need to talk to you, we have Vic.
At don't like interviewing. I don't like being on camera. Honestly, if I could, I would just stay at home and do nothing and then just show up to practice and train and then show up at the Olympics and do my thing and go home. I have been told that that is not how it works. I actually use every interview as a chance to share more about the community and about why I love what we do.
The community aspect of breaking is super important. It's hip hop, you know? It's all about bringing togetherness, creating a vibe.
That's what it is. So when we do things, you're bringing a whole community, the B-boy community, the B-girl community.
It's very inspiring to see Victor and Sunny. Victor's one of my top favorites. I hope to be in the Olympics one day. That's one of my dreams.
Very cool to see people do the same stuff I do in the Olympics. So hopefully they'll keep going with it. I definitely hope to go to the Olympics one day. Sunny and Victor are really inspiring because they're the first breakers to make it to the Olympics, and I hope I can take my breaking to the Olympics.
Yo, Sunny! What's good? How you doing? So how are you feeling about going to the Olympics? Are you stressed? Are you happy? Are you worried?
Stressed.
Yeah?
Anxious. That's actually most of it. I mean, part of it's proud because we did it, but yeah, mostly it's just you.
I feel a bit of pressure, but I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. I'm kind of excited, but I also want it to be over with. But, you know, I just want to enjoy the process. That's it. Just have fun.
And for the OGs of the sport, it is a moment that has been a long time coming.
I knew that people wanted to see this. It's a beautiful culture, it's a beautiful dance, and now it's going to become an Olympic sport, which is a dream come true for me.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, brother? Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, thank you. What's the history of this area? Because this is my first time here, so I don't really know much about it.
This was the spot to come to. Coming here and battling other guys, it was incredible.
The first B-boy crew started here, and that was Zulu Kings.
You're on holy ground right now. People don't understand that.
My dad and his twin brother started breaking in Mexico, and the way they got into it was one of their cousins was in US, and they brought back a VHS tape, and it was y'all. It was like a video of the New York City Breakers.
Wow, that's awesome. Being a young kid, I always wanted this culture of ours to live forever. Look what's happening now. You're going to the Olympics to represent us.
Yeah.
You're taking us with you. You gotta hold us down.
They came from nothing during those times, especially in the Bronx, you know, and now they're seeing it at the Olympics.
I just want to wish you guys all the luck. We're all very proud of you. Just love what you do and dance from your heart.
Your training, your dedication is all gonna pay off, man. And you got nothing but love and support from all of us.
It's an honor to have the first B-boy and B-girl going to the Olympics right here where the first B-boy crew started.
It means everything to have your all support. I feel really honored to be here and to be here with you all.
Appreciate y'all. And I'll make sure that we'll pay homage to you guys and we'll show what the true breaking essence is at the Olympics.
Man, don't even play, because I'll start crying if you come out the New York City Breakers skin tight outfit. You know, oh man, don't even play.
So make sure to watch breaking's Olympic debut during the 2024 Paris Games on NBC.
The biggest driving force for me is being the best at what I do. As human beings, we all have walls and barriers that we have to go through, go around, or go over or under. Me not having any legs doesn't make it any special than the person that was sitting next to me not able to get toilet paper or get milk for their kids. You got dealt a certain hand, and that's all you know. That's what I thrived in my environment. Watch the post, Nate. Pass! I feed off of being able to be competitive in everything I do. When I come out and I play, I want to be the best. My name is Trayvon Jennifer. I'm a 3-time Paralympic medalist for Team USA's wheelchair basketball team.
Jennifer on the break, up and in.
Trayvon Jennifer tries to keep it alive.
I was born with a disease called congenital focal which means I was basically born with no legs. Being one of 5 to my siblings, your big brother beats up on you just like any other big brother would. But it's like, as soon as you go out into society, you know, people stare, people point. That was one of the things that I struggled with, trying to do what's normal. It wasn't until I found sports was I actually able to lean in as an athlete.
Starting with wheelchair track as a child, then wrestling in high school where he played against able-bodied opponents. Trey found his passion for sports, which eventually led him to playing wheelchair basketball for Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania.
I was like, you know, I get the ability to go to school and be an athlete at the same time. I jumped at the bit.
Let's go, let's go.
Last one.
Yeah, get in there.
A little higher.
Come on. This one right here. There it is. I've known Trey since about 2008 when we went to Edinburgh University together. That's where we played college basketball together. Money. Through that, we have become more integrated parts of each other's lives. How many more training camps do you have before Paris?
I think we have like 5.
Okay. What would you say is different about this one than the rest of them so far?
I think the biggest difference has got to be like the team dynamic, right?
Yeah.
We had a pretty veteran team the first 2 times we went.
Right.
And our core 5 has played together in the last 2 Paralympics,
But that's it, right? Like those are the only ones?
Yeah, those are the only ones.
From the very beginning, he pushed people enough to know that they were able to do better, asking them to exceed who they actually are.
Here we go, boys. 1, talk it up. Shot 2. I like room.
It's a quiet leadership, but it's like a smoldering fire underneath.
Hey, find cutters. Find cutters.
He's our leader, he's our brother, he's our teammate. He's one of the main reasons why Team USA Wheelchair Basketball, we've had so much success over the last decade. Our first games that we competed in was in 2012 in the London bronze medal game.
We won the first bronze that USA has won in 12 years at that point.
Trayvon Jennifer.
After London, I'm riding high. I'm ready to go, and then I get cut.
During one of the timeouts, one of our assistant coaches came up to me and was just like, dude, you gotta stop throwing Trey the ball. He just wasn't scoring.
At the time, the chair wasn't the right setup for him. He was falling down a whole lot.
It's a humbling experience to get cut. It's a gut punch.
But the way that you define people, both on and off the field of play, is how they respond to difficult moments.
It's either you can go out and sulk about not being named to the team, or you can put your best foot forward to make sure you make this next team. I gotta find something to do. I'm working full time and trying to train at the same time. So I linked up with the team in Cannes, France for 2 years.
He went to France and played on a team there, perfected his craft over there, got a new chair that was better designed for him. We haven't been able to cut him since then.
Win gold in Toronto to qualify for Rio, and then that team to bring home the first gold medal in 28 years for wheelchair basketball in 2016.
Trevon Jenifer.
Come on up and I'll show you where I keep my medals. This is a gold medal that we won, the first one for Team USA for wheelchair basketball in 28 years.
The team would go on to win gold again at the 2020 Games in Tokyo.
This is a hefty one here, but this is a testament to all the battles and obstacles that we had to overcome in that year. Not only us as a team, but as a world, as human beings. The first one was focusing on, it's just my first Paralympics, right?
Right.
The second one was about winning gold. Whereas like this one, it's like, enjoy it while you're trying to chase history. You know what I'm saying? Watch your left, watch your left.
No men's team has ever accomplished the three-peat, winning 3 gold medals in a row at a Paralympic Games, and this is what we're chasing in Paris in 2024.
Go to Brian, go to Brian, go to Brian.
We've got a huge bullseye on our back. We want to be that first men's basketball team to win 3 consecutive Paralympic gold medals.
Shot deep, deep, deep. We have a goal that's like 4 months away.
Good, now get in. Switch,
Switch. It's the grind that you put in behind the scenes that really goes into sharpening the tools that we use when we go into battle. It's not just for you, right? It's for everyone, it's for your family. Your daughter, your son. When you go out there and represent Team USA, it's bigger than yourself.
And Trayvon's service to his country doesn't end on the Paralympic stage. As a personnel security specialist at the Secret Service, Trayvon also hopes to be a figure in the workforce.
I want to push the narrative of allowing qualified individuals with disabilities not to be overlooked for jobs. And that's why I feel like it's important for me to showcase not only my ability on the field or at home, but also in an employment environment.
So these hand controls are hooked up to the pedals down here, and it's basically a lever system. So when I want to press the gas, I push down like this.
When I was younger, I wanted to get in the military, but due to my disability, there's no way that you can enlist. You tend to come out and find out there's other ways for you to serve. There's other ways that you can represent your country. And not only am I doing that through representing Team USA on the world stage, but I'm doing that in my employment. I'm showcasing what's possible. And I think that that's the biggest thing that I can say when I say I represent Team USA.